If what you must do, which might be what you do at work, and what you enjoy to do, something that you love to do, right? And what you do well, which may be your skill or your talent. If all these three things mean the same thing, if what you must do, what you do well, what you love to do, if all these things are the same thing, if they mean one thing, if all these three things are in the same basket, your career priorities are inside City. That's what we call living a good way. Hi everyone, what's going on? My name is MJ Matapo. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today's topic, we are speaking about passion, guys. So I'll tell you where I'm coming from in this topic. So by the way, I'm in a corporate job. I'm doing an 8 to 5. So basically what I do is that I work on different sites. I work with different clients, So this is what I've been practicing basically, this is what I've been doing. So I do something else at my corporate job, but what I've been intentionally doing has been asking clients, just different clients randomly, just to find out, that what do you like the job that you are in? Do you enjoy? Why do you take this passion? Is this your passion even? And I think throughout these years, I don't know, I've been doing this for 3 years. Most people, if not 85 to 90%, they don't even know what is a passion. I'm speaking of any age group from 20, 30, 40, 50s, any age group. People say they don't know what I'm talking about when I say what's your passion, So I thought now, okay, this seems to be a problem now, and I need to do something about it. I felt the need to do something about it, and here I am. I'm just about to record a video about it. So what is a passion basically, if I may say? Passion, it's nothing more than the things that you love, the things that you enjoy to do, the things that interest you. That passion is love. If someone says, I'm in love with my family, my partner, this means you are passionate about your family or partner. That's what it means to be to have passion, right? So I'm going to be speaking about this in, I will break this in 3 categories. Firstly, it's the interests, the things that the first place will be your interest, the things that you desire, and then your actual passion, and then your purpose. So I'll just be going through all these phases so that we can understand it clearly from that angle. Firstly, just to define a little about passion, it's that, like I said, passion is love. It's the things you enjoy, it's the things you love, but you don't just find your passion, you don't discover your passion, but you develop it from within. You cultivate your passion. It has to start as interest. So you take your interest and then you develop them to be your passion. Now, so interest, I'm speaking about the things that you enjoy to do, the things that excite you, the things that you are interested about, the things that you've got feelings of desire. You need to be interested in that plan, in that idea. You need to, it has to start somewhere, and then now you are going to convert it to make it your passion, right? And then I'll speak about the conversion of moving from your interest to your passion. This is what you can do. Take the interest, take that thing that you like, take that thing that gives you so much desire, put it in front of you and exercise it more. Do more of it. When we do more of something, we get more of it. So that's the process of converting. So if you've got an idea about being a DJ, this means you need to have an idea of music. You need to enjoy music. Then you need to do those things, learn, practice. Give it more time, and then it will eventually become something that you love. If you've got an interest in fashion design, you need to have that idea first. Then you work on that idea. You learn, you investigate, you research, you do all what you've got to do. So when you consistently do that, show up to this, then you will convert it. You will get more of it. It will develop. It will be cultivated into being something that you love. You are taking something from an interest to something that you love. Let me give a practical example in terms of a relationship. I don't believe that this love at first sight. You need to like your partner. You need to like someone first for you to eventually become for instance, let's say you see that lady that you want to, go and ask for a contact, as if you know how to speak for that, of course. Then you are lucky at some point, and then you get those contacts. You are going to call them, you are going to show up to them, you are going to text them, you are going to engage with them, you are going to meet up with them. So all that process that you are doing is that you are moving from liking to loving, you are moving from liking to passion. So what happens basically, it's always when we show up to that person or to that thing, like the way that you are showing up, you are creating a connection within yourself. These neuroscience are coming together, then love is being formed in that process. That's the same way, that's the same principle, that is the same formula, that is the same method that we are going to use with finding your patient, taking it as an interest, converting into what you love. A flower doesn't just bloom. It has to be a seed, it has to grow, and through its growth you need to give it enough sunlight, you need to give it enough water, you need to give it enough resources for it to convert. So that's what we do. We take those ideas, those desires, we convert them, and then they will be the things that we love. That's our passion. And I'll speak about a few ways on how one can find their passion, like the practical ways in which, what can we do, what are the guidelines, the actions that we can take, principles that we can apply, so that we can find those things that we are interested about, and then we can take them to be our passion. Or if you're lucky enough, you can just discover that you can just find that thing that which you love, you already do, you are not even aware if that is your passion. So one way to go about it, it's the way that it's the one that I've already mentioned in the above, that you just need to identify those things that you're interested about, right? If you're not sure what you're interested about, what you can do is you can start asking people around you, people that are close to you, your family, your friends, your spouse, whatever those people may be. So what you can do then, you can ask them questions that, what do you think I'm good at, right? What do you think I am better at, right? What if there's one thing that you could trust me with, what would it be, that thing that that I can give it to you, I can trust you, I can put my trust in you, that thing you will do it effectively and accordingly. What is that one thing? You will be surprised of the answers that you will get from them. Also, what you can do is you can pay attention to the things which you struggle less at, which everyone is struggling more with. It doesn't mean that thing it's not difficult. It's difficult, but you find it less difficult than the people who are just struggling about it. They cannot get it through, and maybe they will be looking for help. And people would say, it's not for me, it's for Motabo. And then Motabo comes here and just sort it out, less struggling, and then there you are. And you can't even get it why they can get it right. You're like, this is easy, you just want to build it back, it works. Do not underlook at those things, right? Pay close attention to those ones. They might be speaking to you in some sort of ways. Again, the things which your unique qualities, the things which separate you from the rest of the people, this might be you being weird. People will tell you you're such a weirdo in terms of 1, 2, 3. You're different when it comes to 1, 2, 3. You are unique when it comes to 1, 2, 3. All those things that separate you from the other people, those things might be saying something to you as well. Those things might be the tiny little things which forms your interest, or they will eventually lead you to your passion. Look more into those things as well. Pay closer attention to all of those things. So lastly, if you still cannot know what your interest, your passion are through all this that I've mentioned yet, then lastly, I think what you can do is you look for your passion. You go and search, you go and research, you explore and exploit up until you find that thing that you feel like it's resonating with you. You basically what you are doing is that you're going to play around. you're going to just mingle around, you're just going to search around, you're just going to try a lot of different things and look and observe yourself. How do you feel? How do you react? Do you notice anything that may lead you to your interest, your passion? So it's just trying different things, and then as soon as you find that thing that you think that this might be something, then you go all in into that thing. You cannot go all in into something that it's not yet there. Right? You go research, play around, and then find something, go all in, cultivate it, develop it, spend more time with it. Because anything that you put in front of you, it will grow and expand. And once it grows and expands, that can be your passion. You can play in that thing, right? So this can be done by you avoiding things that you're already used to. So like I said, it's moving from your comfort zone to discomfort zone. This can be you deciding that, okay, today I'm not going to go clubbing, but instead I'm going to hiking. Trying different things, something that you've never tried before. Saying yes to new adventures, trying new adventures. So or this can be you, saying, today I'm not going to read a book, I just want to go places and meet new different people. Today I'm not going to do this, I'm going to do this. Today I'm not going to spend time with my friends, I'm going to spend time with my family. Today I'm going to spend time with kids and just see how I behave around kids. And just trying a lot of different things and observing yourself. How do I react? Who do I become when I'm around these new different things, right? So that's one way of it. But lastly, what I can say also is that you can find something that you are already doing and make it your passion and love it. For example, if you are working, you've got a job, or you're doing a course, or you're hustling, or you're doing whatever that you are doing, you can take that thing and make it your passion. You can try to make that thing something that you love, right? So how can we do this? This can be done by asking yourself, or looking at okay, for example, if I'm doing a corporate job, I'm working at this job, I don't like, I don't enjoy. What I can do is to try to see what is the purpose of that company, business, or whatsoever, and then you can try to find your contribution in that thing. Because human beings, we start to get the meaning of life about things that we bring the meaning of life to it, about things that we contribute to them. So if you can find that thing, work around that thing, and try to find where's my contribution. If you are in an IT industry company, then what you can do is try to see that, okay, my contribution is your purpose, right? So I'll speak about, let me define what service is, because your purpose is your service, right? So service, basically, service is saving. What can I say? Service is saving, right? Okay, I'm kidding. Service is basically you are giving service to something, and the mere act of giving service, it fulfills us in different ways. The act of giving, the act of helping, the act of assisting, only that thing yields amounts of happiness, right? So it's like a win-win situation. Me helping someone, the fact that I'm helping someone, it gives me joy. It fulfills me from within. It does so much in me, the act of giving service. That's what service means. Service to people is the highest goal. If you are giving service to people, then you are more fulfilled. Service gives us a meaning of life. The mere fact that I know I'm helping someone, I'm assisting, I'm saving, it gives me the meaning of life. It gives me, it puts me at a different level of how I look at myself. But I know that I've got contribution because I know what I'm doing. I'm saving, I'm helping, I'm doing all those things. This is what it means to save. Now let's talk about service in your passion. Saving with your passion. So your purpose, it's your passion in service, right? You are taking that thing that you love, you are saving with it. That's the ultimate goal. That's where we are going. That's where we are headed, right? It's taking that thing that you love and you are saving it to people. You are giving it to people. You are taking something useful that you've worked on, you love, you enjoy, and you are saving it to people, right? So there are two things that are happening here. The act of saving alone, it gives you fulfillment. But the act of saving what you love, you are saving with what you love, it gives you extra fulfillment. Folks, there's so much flow of love here in service. So this is where This is where we actually find happiness. This is where someone is fully fulfilled and then you cannot do anything to them because you are saving, and you are left fulfilled. Saving with your passion. That's what we should look at. And then, if what you must do, which might be what you do at work, and what you enjoy to do, something that you love to do, right? And what you do well, which may be your skill or your talent. If all these three things mean the same thing, if what you must do, what you do well, what you love to do, if all these things are the same thing, if they mean one thing, if all these three things are in the same basket, your career priorities are in synchronicity. That's what we call having a good work. This is where it's all about doing this, right? This is how we should be living life actually, right? And because your calling and your calling versus your career, because it might not always be the case that you're going to find what you love to be your career. Because you know what, we go to school, we don't know anything about passion, we don't know how to learn this thing. We find ourselves doing things that we don't love at our work, at our job. So it doesn't really mean that you cannot do your calling. You can do your career, you can do your calling. They can be two different things, right? The key here is to make sure that your calling, by the way, your calling is your purpose. And like I said, your purpose is what the assignment that you are brought here in this universe to do. So that you must do. But you've got to do it from a place of fulfillment, right? So what we can do now is that you can find yourself using your career. Your career is what you get paid for. Your calling is what you do, the assignment that you need to do here. So you can take your career, you can find your calling about it. So you can do both. You can make them to coexist and benefit you both, so that you can move forward, right? So that's one way of looking at it. It's not always the case that they need to be one thing. So lastly, what I would just say to wrap it up, I just want to give some practical examples on what do I mean when I speak about passion, purpose, service in all these three phases. So your if I may say this in application, your interest, by the way, your interest might be, you might love the idea of books, and then, or you might be interested in books, and then you can make reading your passion, right? I read, I do this, I write. All this might be my passion. But when I take those things and serve, then it means that's my purpose. By the way, your purpose, it's your passion in service. It's taking that you love and serving. So when I speak, when I release a book, when I do all those things, this means I'm living in my purpose, in my service. If I'm interested in food, then I can take that idea, start cooking. I love cooking, I enjoy cooking, but the moment I open a restaurant, the moment I sell, the moment I do that thing, it's a purpose. If I love the idea of engineering, then I should go to school, do it at school, that's my purpose, and I can take it from my purpose, I can go and find a job, I'm saving, right? Because purpose is about you. Purpose is saving your feelings. Purpose is benefiting you. Purpose is more like you are being selfish. But I'm sorry, I mean passion. Passion is about you. Passion is saving you. Passion is the things that you do for yourself. Passion lightens you up, but your purpose lightens other people up. So your purpose is taking that thing and then you are lightening everyone up. So we need all these things to coexist and make them one thing, right? So that's the most practical ways in which I can all give what is a passion, what's a purpose, how do they correlate to each other. This brings me to the end of my session. So if I just may say a little about the benefits of having a passion, it's that passion is fuel, it's driving me. Passion, it's that thing that, it's that fire in me. Passion is the momentum that I create when I go after something. Passion is love. It's like being in a relationship with a person that you don't love. You might not be able to sustain it because that love is that love is something that you do that keeps you going, right? So that's all about passion. It's driving you, it's pushing you forward. So that's why we need passion, purpose, all to exist in one thing. This brings me to the end of this session. Like I said, my name is MJ Muthapo. I'm a keynote speaker. I'm the president of Cool Ideas. I'm all about speaking and teaching and giving principles. So let me know what you think of this video. Please do subscribe, hit that button below if you haven't, so that we can be engaged and get to hear me speaking and teaching about more of these things. Yeah, also please leave your reviews. Let me know what you think. Let me know about your comments. Yeah, that's all about it. Thank you so much. Cheers.